from 6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Crank it up on the works on it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
Well, g'day there, podcaster. Gee whiz. This is a fun game, Ben. What's that behind us there in High Marsh Square? It's because we've got the curtains down. It looks like there's a blue... What would you say that is? Is that a...
skip bin, I reckon, sir.
Skip bin? I reckon a portaloo and a skip bin. Now we're putting the blinds up.
I'm pretty sure
we're going to be able to...
A blue skip bin.
Oh, it's a transportable.
Yeah, it's not a skip bin, actually.
Or a portaloo. It's like a... It's like a shipping container with, like one of those worksite shipping containers.
Which must be one of the more boring things to listen to in a podcast because you can't see the thing we're talking about.
Oh, do you remember that time we were doing the show? You know what I'm talking about here. At like the first iteration of the show when we were in Cinema Place, Community Radio at Fresh, and we were doing that talk break and that guy ran past.
And kicked the window in.
That was crazy. And he broke into the studio.
Yeah.
Which was really scary. But there was... the other one where there was like that Ghostbuster dude.
Oh,
remember when we were losing it?
And he just came down
we
to
were
entertain
losing
us, I think.
Or was... Yeah. Did he... He had this... It honestly looked like a real machine.
It was
it looked
like
a
Ghostbusters cosplay.
No, I don't think... I think... Well, didn't he work for like Telstra and he was like... Had some machine where he was like trying to find the electrode sort of...
Yep, he had a machine that could read like electro waves and he was looking for a certain thing. But you're right, he worked for Telstra, but he looked like he was... cosplaying for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, bloody funny. But like, if you're trying, because we used to, now we're like up, we're on like, what are we on the third floor? So we're like looking out, just at cars and that sort of stuff. But back in those days, it was just people just walking past. They could tap on the window while you're doing your show
and wave, and So remember he was walking past just doing his job, and then we saw him started laughing. So like, what is he doing? He saw us laughing, and then he started like pretending to suck in a ghost with the machine.
That's right. There's one other funny thing I remembered out the window, but because we've talked for too long, I'm gonna save that for the start of Friday's podcast. How does that sound? As a special treat for everyone who listens to that episode. But there's some fun stuff today, so enjoy it. Morning, Adelaide. Ben and I come bearing good news. Fuel is set to go up. It's set to skyrocket, actually, again.
Why is that good news?
No, it was a joke. It was sarcasm.
Oh, okay, right.
This is Adelaide's funniest breakfast show, is it not? I've heard the ads.
I thought you did sarcasm better than that.
No, that was my sarcasm.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I filled up my Kia Rio yesterday.
This break is going well. Did you get did it work? I need to work on my sarcasm.
That one wasn't too bad. No, I filled up the Kia Rio yesterday for $1.99. It's a Kia Rio. It's got a tiny fuel tank. $70 to fill that up. It's normally like $40.
But are you one of these fancy 98 unleaded heads?
No way.
You on that 91?
I'm pumping in the E10 if I can find it.
Oh, yeah.
The rat's piss.
What I do sometimes is I put in the 91 and then I just find a hose and then go 50-50 water,
it's like
water, petrol.
Up, what Dad would do with the sauce bottle, put a bit of water in there and shake it. It's like that with petrol.
But please, Dad, my bread is soaking wet.
Yeah, so for me, $1.99 is the tip of the iceberg. It's going to go up from there. So I'm hearing it's $1.56 on Churchill Road and on Anzac Highway and on South Road. So if you can see it for $1.56, $1.60, get it now before it goes up $1.99 everywhere else.
Travel stress can take a hike. Yeah, with lots of fully refundable hotels, whatif.com has got you covered. Just remember, booking cancellation windows do apply. So go on, relax and book your next trip with confidence at whatif.com. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Liam, my wife Sam has recently joined a new gym. And she came home yesterday after her first session. I said, how was it? And she said, yeah, it was great. I've already found my gym nemesis.
What?
And I said, what do you mean, your gym nemesis? You're only just, you've been there once. How's that possible? And she said, oh, yeah, everyone's got a gym nemesis. There's just someone at the gym
you don't
like. And I think Sam she's pretty competitive. So if I was a betting man, I would say that there was probably someone, the gym nemesis at the gym might have been a bit, stronger than her maybe.
Yeah, right. So maybe she's gone for the 5 kilos.
Yep.
And then that girl sort of walked over and gone, oh, and just grabbed the 6.
Exactly.
Even though she's maybe only on the 5.
I would say that's quite innocent. But then Sam, my wife, has taken
going
that
on?
as a...
You want to? Well, I'm putting the 5 back. I'm going the 7.
You're trying to challenge me.
Yeah.
You're now officially my nemesis. But I go to the gym. I don't have a gym nemesis. Do you have one?
Never seen the inside of a gym. No, I went when I was a bit younger.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a nemesis. There was just this guy that I hated there because he was just like a real grunter.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
on everything. I was like, oh, turn it up.
Producer Belle, I know you go to the gym like every single day.
Yes.
Is the gym nemesis a thing?
Absolutely.
You've got one.
Well, like you said, you might not even know you have one. And when you think about it, you go, yeah, there's that one person.
Yeah.
I have one. I haven't seen her in a while, though. So
Okay, that's
I don't
good.
know.
Oh, well, you mad dogged her out of there.
Well, no, but it's not because, like with Sam, it's because it's competitive.
Yep.
With me, I do the classes, like the circuit classes,
Yep.
and I went into the class and saw her, like, in the mirror on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
I saw her and my first thought was, she is my boyfriend Luke's type. And I looked
What?
at her and I was like, she just seems like someone I was like, Luke would like her.
I mean, just
And so
finish your
don't
Zumba
like her.
class,
You're
right?
making,
Like,
you're just
what?
making these things up in your head.
This poor woman's probably just lovely. She's
Yeah.
just trying to get a little workout
spoken to her.
in the afternoon.
Do you reckon that you're anybody else's gym nemesis? Like,
Yeah,
surely.
I think so. I think so because I go at like 6 p.m. after a nap.
Yep.
So when I get there, I usually look pretty grumpy and
Yeah.
pretty like half asleep. So I think I would look to other people like I just hate everyone,
Yeah.
which, you know, I'm just
I reckon people have made nemesis at the gym because they think that they're their nemesis, so they've got
Yeah,
your
right.
line.
They're trying to go, oh, well, if you don't like me, I don't like you. Realistically, if you just said hello, you'd probably get along quite well.
I am curious this morning. We haven't delved into this world before. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. Who's your gym nemesis?
Megan in Smithfield, you've got a gym nemesis.
Hi, Benley. Yes, I do. It's that one girl that constantly records herself in the mirror and looks in the mirror. Like, stay home and takes some selfies in the mirror at home.
Yeah, I
Okay,
get you.
so is she setting up, like she's getting a tripod going?
Yeah, and the mirror's not even in front of her, so she'd be working out and she's snapping her neck to the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Constantly watching
Yep,
herself.
yeah, very self-obsessed, Megan. I get it.
Do you think that this person knows that you're off her and that you're her, gym nemesis, or is she so
I
well?
have a bit. No, I don't think she does, but I just have a bit of a giggle to myself, and I've never spoken to her.
Maybe one day when she's editing her photos, she'll see in the mirror that you're flipping at the bird from behind. You know what I mean? Or just death staring at her from across the gym.
Thanks for that, Megan. Helen joins us now in Andrew's Farm. Have you got a gym nemesis?
I have a netball nemesis, but I reckon it's the same thing. I even have a nickname for this horrid girl.
Oh, yeah.
I call her Stick Girl, okay, because she's so skinny. So what I do, I sit there, right, I'm lining up for a goal, my eyes are squinting, my tongue's hanging out,
Yeah.
I'm sweaty, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I miss. This girl, she doesn't even touch the ground. She floats through the air, doesn't even aim, throws the ball and never misses. And she drives me nuts.
Damn you!
See, in another world, you'd be super proud of her and you'd go, wow, she's such a good
You're like, damn you, stick
netballer.
girl floating through the air. I got sweat pouring into my eyes. My eyes are burning. I'm missing.
Never done a thing to me except for being skinny. Thanks for that, Helen. Very good. Aaron joins us in Heathfield. Good morning. Who is your gym nemesis?
Good morning, Ben and Liam. My gym nemesis is not actually another member at the gym, but it's a trainer. Now, I have to be careful as to who I say and where I'm from, because he knows my name.
Yeah.
But he signed my sister and I up a couple of years ago, and you could just tell he was one of those really enthusiastic gym junkies.
Yeah, a bit much, yeah.
And so you'll go in there now, be doing your own thing in the corner very quietly. I don't want to stand out. And you'll just hear from across the room, hey, Aaron, let's pop that Stairmaster up to level 6 now, yeah?
Leave me alone.
Get out of it. I'm doing my own thing.
Ben and Liam, dopamine for your ears.
Hey, right now, look at the time.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10. Still a few phone lines free, so give us a buzz, 13 24 10, if you want to be thrown in the draw for Nova's first class of 50k. Just for getting on air, you're in the draw. It's as easy as that.
Just like Luke in air. Good morning, Luke.
Morning, how are we going?
Not too bad.
Boris Johnson
Joyce Bonson.
gave his farewell speech to UK Parliament overnight, and his last words were, hasta la vista, baby. What movie is that line a famous quote from?
Terminator.
Yeah, I mean, double points if you can say which Terminator.
Judgment Day.
Oh, he's good.
So did he not say that in the first Terminator?
I think it was Terminator 2, the Hasta la vista, baby.
Wow.
Yeah. And obviously Boris Johnson's a big fan of Judgment Day. Okay, well, flying sky taxi cars could be coming to Australia for 2032. What? For the Olympics. Do you know which Aussie city is going to be holding the Olympics?
Brisbane.
He's good. Okay, the trailer to House of Dragons, the Game of Thrones prequel, dropped overnight. Can you name one of the families in Game of Thrones?
Targaryens.
You're good, Luke.
Yeah.
Mate, just killing it. Kim Kardashian dropped $500 at an Italian restaurant in Cairns. How long would it take to drive from Adelaide to Cairns?
20 hours, 30 hours, or 40 hours?
20 hours.
Oh.
I mean, unless you were just fanging it.
Yeah. If you were driving fast enough.
Hell, we'll give it to you. It was 30, it is 30 hours, but, we've all seen some of those videos of those truckies and stuff.
And, Luke, we have been known to give points for vibe.
And I'm getting a vibe from you. Luke. I feel like it would be bad to sting you on that one, because it's sort of a tricky question.
Yep.
Okay, last one here. Get excited, festival heads, because the Spin-Off Festival is in Adelaide tomorrow, and Glass Animals are headlining. Can you finish these lyrics?
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June.
No. Music's not a thing.
Oh, music's not your thing. Just
mate, you're not going to be at Spin-Off tomorrow. You're going to be putting your feet up, watching some Game of Thrones.
Music's not my thing.
Oh, we got the wrong vibe from you then. We thought music was your thing. Okay. Well, Abby from O'Halloran Hill, hopefully you know your stuff. Are you a Glass Animals fan?
Yeah, I like the song, but I can't help you, unfortunately.
Oh, so you don't even know it?
I mean, do you think it will come to you if we play it, or do you don't even want to have a crack?
No, I don't even want to have a crack.
I guess you could say music's not your thing.
Yeah, not really, no.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there you go. Well, Kayla joins us now from Warradale. Can you finish these lyrics for us?
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June.
He waves been faking me out.
He waves been faking me out.
Sung with such poise.
In the most Australian rendition I've ever heard.
He waves a freak. Yeah. Kayla, you're in the draw for Nova's First Class and 50K. You also get to pick the next song we play. So would you like to hear Ben's song this morning?
I was blown away yesterday when that song didn't get chosen.
Lupe Fiasco. It is a belter, Kayla, but keep in mind, I think this song's more fitting. I mean, the movie's out at the moment, and who doesn't love a little less conversation?
Yeah, but it is the JXL remix.
Yeah,
so
it is a good remix, though. Like, it's one of the rare cases where I'd say the remix has actually, done wonders for it.
Kayla, the choice is yours. What do you want to hear this morning?
Ben's song.
Yeah!
Bit of Lupe. 13-24-10. Give us a buzz if you had a strange COVID symptom. Now, at this point, like most people have had it, right? I had it over New Year's. You had it like maybe a few weeks before your wedding, Ben, which was probably good to just get it out of the way.
Yep.
For me, just the usuals. Like I had a fever. I didn't really even have a sore throat, really. A runny nose. Didn't cough that much.
Yep.
What did you have?
I was pretty good. From memory, I can't even really remember what I had. So I think I didn't get it that bad. My wife, Sam, was kind of bedridden for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got off pretty scot-free.
Yeah, well, it's sort of, it depends. Like everyone's different. My mate had it last week and I was like, how'd you get on? And he said, oh man, my eyes were so hot. And I was like, what?
Hot eyes?
He said, my eyeballs were boiling for like a whole week. Like, I've never experienced that before, but I had hot eyes.
I was watching so much Netflix that his eyes were burning.
Maybe he was getting the square eyes. Maybe he was cooking his eyes. But he said, his dad sort of had it at the same time. That's who he got it from. He called his dad and was like, yeah, how you going? He's like, man, my eyes are so hot.
Really?
So there's 2 people with a case of hot eyes.
Hot eye strain.
From COVID. We've got a call here from Claire in Brompton. You also had a strange COVID symptom, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I loved my favourite fruit and my favourite food pretty much ever is like oranges.
Yeah.
So I've got an orange tree at the back of my house, and I would have them like every day. So, and of course, being winter as well, like it's the only fruit that's fresh that I can get off the tree.
Yep.
And I would have them all the time. And I had COVID about a month ago, and now like they just taste like dirt.
You don't like oranges anymore?
No.
Specifically oranges, though. Like other food
Specifically oranges. Like that's my favourite thing ever. And like fresh oranges, you get the juice dripping down your hands, and now they just taste like dirt. It's terrible.
And so, because obviously people lose their taste, but you're saying your taste has almost been altered. So you still like you like chocolate and you might like apples, but oranges are a no-go now.
Yes, I'm devastated. So I did lose my sense of taste and smell when I had COVID, and when I got it back, I was like, yes, I'm going to have some oranges.
So oranges still taste bad even though you're over it.
Yes, I've got my sense of smell and taste back. I'm devastated.
I mean, at least you didn't have hot eyes at the time as well.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. I think there's some things that maybe the doctors or the experts can't even explain.
Yeah.
Everyone's situation's a little different. Lauren in Coromandel Valley, you also had a bit of a strange COVID symptom.
Yeah, I had COVID at the beginning of 2020 when I was in Europe, and my hair fell out.
Your hair fell out?
Are you serious?
Yeah. My hair fell out in, like, pretty big chunks over a course of 2 weeks.
Whoa.
So, and it wasn't... Because obviously sometimes people can get that from stress and that sort of thing, but could anyone explain it to you?
They basically said it had to do with prolactin levels and weird things in my body from having COVID.
Whoa.
That's
so your hair
nuts.
So you got COVID back in, like you said, early 2020. So that was before it was even a big thing over here.
Super scary time.
Yeah, I got the OG COVID.
You got the OG COVID?
Yeah, so Claire's
Collector's
obviously...
edition.
Yeah, you could sell that for a bit one day. Claire's obviously she still doesn't like oranges. They still taste like dirt. But to you, Lauren, has your hair grown back?
Yeah, it has. I actually prefer it better now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So did you because it was coming out in chunks? Did you just go for the shave it all off, or what did you do?
I just cut it really short and just looked after it.
Yeah, right.
That's wild. Hey, at least you didn't have those hot eyes, eh?
Oh my gosh, I didn't realise there were so many strange COVID symptoms.
I know.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
Hey, foot and mouth disease has been found in Australia. Now they're going to get these new airport foot washers installed for overseas travellers.
I wonder if they're like those 90s style foot baths that your mum might buy off of TV, those ones?
I used to love the foot bath. I never used to really use it. Mum used to always have the foot bath and then the bubbles would go like really high up the leg.
Yeah.
It was just fun to look at.
Imagine if airport security are like, come with me please, and they take you into another room, they snap the glove and you think you know what's about to happen and they go, here's your foot bath. And you go, oh, that's not what I was expecting. Ben, we don't get handwritten letters very often. No fans to give fan mail, We did get one from a guy in prison once.
That's right, he was lovely.
Yeah, he was trying to turn his life around and stuff and listen to the show and sent us a little handwritten letter.
And then we called him, I reckon.
Yeah.
Didn't we call him and then we were like, how'd you listen to us? And he said, we've all got radios.
Yeah. So there you go. Shout outs to the
prison listeners.
Pour one out for you. But we got a handwritten letter yesterday. It's a very cute one. It's written in pen and there's a little drawing of us holding hands on the inside. So
that's cute.
This one isn't from prison. It's actually from young Elodie. And it reads, hello, Ben and Liam. And also producer Bell. No mention of you, producer Andy. Brutal. Elodie must not be a fan. And below that says, I am Elodie and I am 7 and I like to listen to your show on the radio.
Beautiful name, Elodie.
I'm on school holidays at the moment, but my mummy wakes me up every day so I can still listen to you on the radio. Thank you for doing the radio. Hope you have a nice life. From Elodie.
Hopefully Elodie gets a survey book.
Yeah. Well, we hope you have a nice life too, Elodie. It's a strange sign-off, isn't it?
Very nice.
It's almost like lovers, ships in the night. Have a nice life.
But now that Elodie's written us a letter, do we write a letter back?
I think you're supposed to respond. We should send a letter back.
Or is by reading it on air kind of acknowledging that we've got it?
Consider this acknowledgement, Elodie, if you're listening this morning. But we will also send you back a little letter and maybe some merch. I mean, we've got a stubby holder that probably wouldn't fit, but maybe a hat or a frisbee. We'll send you a goodie bag for sure.
It does feel like under the age of 10, maybe I'm totally wrong, maybe it's older than that, but I feel like under the age of 10 is ripe for writing letters.
I
and sending
remember.
them.
I remember writing a letter in the 90s to Shelley Craft.
Oh yeah, for Saturday Disney.
Yeah, because I was like always sending in stuff. Like I was like really into clay at the time, and I used to like draw my own comic books, and I would like send them in. I had this diorama once, which took me like months.
Who was the hero in your comic book?
I honestly can't even remember. Yeah, no, but I'd made one up for sure. And like and it seemed like I would, because I'd watch and it'd get to that competition bit where you get sent the the bag of Disney stuff if you win, and there was just there was some crap getting up there.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of like, mine was better than that.
Come on,
I
Shelley.
I spent so long on that. So I remember writing to Shelley and saying like, can you please let me win?
Come on, Shelley. You put a pineapple in there.
Yeah, I still remember it was the Crow's Nest lock bag.
Yes,
remember that?
that's
and I think
right.
that was same for like Funniest Home Videos and that sort of stuff as well.
It actually came up recently on the show, Liam, because remember how you're the custodian of my memory chest, the one that Mum gave you?
Yeah, you had like, how some people's parents keep a box of all their old things and memories, and your mum didn't want it anymore, you didn't want it, so now I have it at my house.
And you were going through that box, and in there you found a letter that I'd forgotten I'd written, but I wrote a letter to a local MP.
A local MP.
Urging him to save the Bengal tiger.
Yeah, you were concerned of the welfare of the Bengal tiger, and you thought your local, like Gawler MP might be able to help what's happening over there.
Let us know this morning on 13 24 10. Who did you write a letter to? And did they reply? They didn't have to reply, but I'd love to know who you wrote a letter to.
Maybe it was a political figure. Maybe it was a sports star that you just love.
Maybe it was a celebrity.
Yeah, someone you watched on the TV. Maybe it was even like, you consider now it's like a fictional character.
Yeah.
Like, it might have just been a cartoon. I don't know. Jacob in Shido Park. This is back in the school days. Who did you write a letter to, mate?
John Howard, actually.
Oh,
John Howard!
Straight to the top, to the Prime Minister.
Were you interested in politics, or what was the theme of the letter?
Pretty much our internet at school wasn't too great, so yeah, wanted to get that improved and thought he was the guy to talk to. So yeah, wrote him a letter and he wrote back and ended up coming to the school as well.
Hang on,
No.
so John Howard actually came to your school?
Yeah, he came to school because I don't know if it was part of some bigger program and I just lucked in, but yeah, he came and the internet ended up getting upgraded and met everybody at the school.
So he did fix the internet?
Well, yeah, the internet got fixed, whether it was him or someone else, but yeah.
That's
I'm
insane.
assuming he didn't actually do the fixing.
Because when you said, you got a letter back, I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't have been him. But
Yeah.
then the fact that he actually rocked up to the school, I'm assuming maybe to open the computer lab.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, now kids would just have, like, iPads and they'd have laptops and stuff at school. But
Oh,
do you
yeah.
remember, like, there used to be a room, like, in a transportable or something in the middle of your school, and it would have, like, cages all around the windows so people can't steal them over the weekend.
I remember the
And then
teacher-
you'd go in there and it's called the computer lab.
I remember in like year 1, 2, when computers were like this new thing, the teacher would walk around with like an A4 piece of paper and it would say, click open.
Yeah.
Or new, or save.
I can remember putting my hand up and being like, miss, and they come around and go, you're right clicking. You need to be left clicking. And you go, right, yeah, no, sorry, that's just me.
Kelly joins us now in Hove. You wrote a letter to someone in your 20s.
I did. The day Princess Diana died in 1997, the news report had a fax number for Buckingham Palace.
Right.
So I wrote a letter of condolences to the royal family on her death because I was a avid Princess Diana fan.
Wow.
Faxed it through to them, and about 3 months later I got an official letter back from them with the official wax stamp on the back. Registered mail, thanking me for my thoughts and condolences on the death, and it was signed by Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, Prince William and Prince Harry.
That's insane. So, Kelly, do you have that sort of like framed, or is it in like a special sort of cabinet now?
It's framed, and yeah, it's just a treasured memory.
They probably do have to go through all the letters to make sure there's no like death threats and like things like that in there as well. I suppose they'd have to actually sort through it all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that the royal family would be physically doing that themselves or signing it. I believe there'd be someone in charge of doing that, and they put their name on it. But It's still pretty cool.
Hey, John Howard rocked up to that kid's school.
Yeah.
So you never know. You never bloody know. All I know is Shelley Craft didn't get back to me, and I'm still a little bitter about it. Okay?
Imagine if Lizzie was going through that with the letter opener, going through all the mail and signing all the letters.
Another paper cut on my, frail skin.
That bit's done. Here's another one.
We are joined now by our producer, Belle.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet. Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well, Kim Kardashian has apparently dropped a whopping $500 at an Italian restaurant in Cairns.
Two things about this. One, $500 for Kim Kardashian would be nothing.
That's like $2.
And two, I strongly doubt that, because remember that time it was like Kimmy K was at a cafe in Queensland, and we actually remember, Belle, you got the guy from the cafe on, and he was like, yeah, I'll talk about it, and it turns out it was a hoax.
I called him and he said, I'm really busy. I'm getting a lot of requests. I don't think I can talk to you guys. And I was really mad about it. And I said, but this story's everywhere.
Yeah.
You serve Kim Kardashian and Pete. And then later that day, in the news, it said he just made it all up and lied and they were never there.
He duped everyone.
Yeah.
I reckon these random restaurants in Queensland, like, these servers going, oh, yeah, she came in here for some wingdings, and you can come in too if you want.
Well, I don't know. I know you guys aren't following this as passionately as I am, but Kim Kardashian has now left Cairns. She's gone back home. This was her final meal, the $500 Italian.
Cairns doesn't really feel like the sort of place she'd thrive, does it?
No, she spent a few days, she's out. And Game of Thrones fans.
You can tell Belle's not a Game of Thrones fan because she can't even say it.
I watched one season, okay? I wanted to get
Really?
across it.
You didn't finish it?
It's just not my cup of
Did
tea.
you finish it, Ben?
Nah, I loved the show, don't get me wrong. It's right up my alley. It's my kind of thing. But I got to season 3 and then I kind of fell off the bandwagon.
It's the best. I finished it. It is a tough watch, though. You've really got to, concentrate. Because there's so many characters and different things happening.
I don't watch TV to concentrate.
Yeah, fair enough.
So anyway, get excited because the trailer for the prequel of House of Dragon is out. Now, before we give a little sneak peek of it, just so you know, like I said, it is the prequel to Game of Thrones. It's set in Westeros and it follows the Targaryen family. So you guys know Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons. It's all about her, a little younger version of her trying to...
Actually...
Here we go.
The prequel is set 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones. It focuses on Rhaenyra, cheered as the realm's delight, I believe. King Viserys' firstborn. She's Daenerys' ancestor. Idiot. You thought it was the same because they got the same colour hair. That's just the Targaryen hair. That's their house, okay?
Do you want to hear a bit or not?
Okay. Well, let's hear a little bit.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession. Who else would have a claim? The firstborn child. Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne, because that is the order of things.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
My Game of Thrones group chat is roasting you right now, Belle. They're all saying Dracarys. You know what that means? Fire!
Well, speaking of rulers, Boris Johnson has done his final sign-off from Parliament, and my goodness, it was iconic.
I want to thank everybody here, and hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
Look, I love him for his vibe. I love him because you look at him and you go, oh, you're just so lost. He's like a lost puppy. But as we know, so he is stepping down. He's resigned as Prime Minister. So that was his final sign-off. Hasta la vista, baby.
I like the idea of him tossing up his sign-off with his wife like the night before. Like, it's either going to be hasta la vista, baby, or I'll do the Rove McManus. Say hi to your mum for me.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.